So, you've probably been hearing a lot about coding, and you might be thinking, where in the world do I even start? Well, guess what? You're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Python, one of the absolute best programming languages for anyone just starting out. Let's jump in and demystify this thing together. Okay, first things first. That name. You're probably thinking a giant snake, right? It's a fair guess, but nope. The real story is way better. It's actually a tribute. The creator, Guido van Rossum, was a huge fan of the British comedy group Monty Python's Flying Circus. He wanted a name that was short, unique, and just a little bit mysterious. And just like that, Python was born. All right, so it's got a cool name, but what is Python really? Well, it's a super powerful programming language that was created way back in 1989. And a programming language, it's just a way for us to give instructions to a computer. Think of it like a translator. We write down what we want in a language that makes sense to us, and Python does the heavy lifting of turning it into actions the computer can actually perform. You see Python everywhere. Seriously, it's always at the top of the charts for the most popular languages in the world. But why? What is the big deal? What makes it such an amazing place to start for anyone who's just a little bit curious about coding? Okay, let's really dive into this. Think of these points as Python's superpowers, especially for a beginner. It's multi-platform and totally free. That means you can use it on a Windows machine, a Mac, whatever you've got, and you can start today. It's also high level, which is just a fancy way of saying the code reads a lot more like plain English, so you don't have to worry about all the complicated stuff happening deep inside the computer. And this last one, interpreted, is a real game changer. It means you can run your code and see what happens instantly, no waiting around. Every language has its own set of grammar rules. Well, Python has a really famous one that's the key to its super clean look and feel. And it's all about indentation. Yeah, you heard me right, empty space. Instead of using tons of brackets or special words to group code together, Python just uses a simple, clean indent. So what is indentation? It's literally just shifting your code to the right, usually with 4 spaces. But, and this is super important, in Python, this isn't just to make things look pretty. This is a non-negotiable rule. That empty space is exactly how Python understands which instructions belong together in a single group, or a block. And this right here is the core of Python's logic. Let's say you have a command to repeat something. That's a loop. Any instructions you want to be part of that loop, you just indent them underneath it. See how those 2 lines are pushed in? Then the moment you stop indenting and go back to the left, you're telling Python, okay, that loop is finished, now we're on to the next thing. It's just a beautifully simple visual way to structure your thoughts. So the crucial point is this: that shift to the right is the indentation, and all those lines together make up what's called an instruction block. It's not a style suggestion, it's the fundamental way you build a program in Python. And trust me, once you get the hang of it, you'll see how incredibly clean and easy to read it makes everything. It's a huge help when you're just starting out. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's actually do something. Let's have our very first conversation with Python. In programming, there's this great tradition. When you're learning a new language, the very first thing you do is make the computer say, "Hello, world." It's like the universal handshake to make sure everything's working. And there it is, your first line of code. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You use the print command, which is just built into the language, and then you tell it exactly what you want it to say on the screen. Simple as that. And just like that, Python responds. Instantly, you type the command, you hit enter, and you get your result. This instant feedback is what makes learning Python so much fun. You're not waiting around, you're having a direct, real-time conversation with the computer. So we've seen that Python is accessible, it's readable, it's interactive, but how do you go from that first little hello world to actually building real things and solving problems? Well, it turns out there's one piece of advice that is more important than all the others combined. I mean, we can read all the books, we can watch explainers just like this one, but what's the one thing that truly separates someone who's just dabbling from someone who really gets it? What is the real secret to mastering Python? And this is it. This is the ultimate takeaway. Programming is just not a spectator sport. It's a skill, just like playing the piano or learning Spanish. You build mastery by doing. The computer is patient. It'll wait for you. So go experiment, make mistakes, try to build small things, and then just keep practicing. And really, that's where we should end, because Python isn't just something to learn for the sake of learning it. It's a tool for you to use.
It can help you analyze data, automate boring tasks, build a website, even create art. So the real question isn't just, how do I learn Python? It's, what am I going to build with it? What's the first problem that you want to solve?